What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Algebra 1 with Mr. Peters. In today's video, we're looking at two of the most common triangle problems, and I'm going to break down how to properly solve those problems in this video. In the first part of this video, guys, they give us a triangle and they want us to determine the dimensions that'll give us the area of 150 meters squared. So the first thing we need to understand is what is the area of a triangle? And that's going to be area is equal to half the base times height. So with this equation now, we're going to set up an equation, or with this formula, we're going to set up an equation. So I know the area is 150, and this is equal to half times my base, which is 2x plus 1, times my height, which is just x. We're trying to figure out what number value is x. So to start solving, we're going to get rid of our fraction. So this gives me 300 is equal to 2x plus 1 times x. So now we're going to focus on the right side of the equation, guys, and we're going to multiply by distributing. So 300 is now equal to 2x to the second power plus x. And at this step now, after we've done that, we're now going to create a quadratic equation. So I'm going to subtract 300 from both sides. And once I do, my new equation would be 2x squared plus x minus 300 is equal to 0. Now for us to properly solve and figure out what x is, we're going to need a factor. But when we have a leading coefficient larger than 2, this becomes very complicated, or can be complicated. So we're going to use the slip and slide method, meaning I'm going to multiply a by c, and now what I'm going to get is x squared plus x minus 600 is equal to 0. Now that our lead coefficient is just 1, this is so much more easier for us to solve. And I always advise you guys, draw out your factors or write them out. For this video's sake, we're not going to write the factors out so that we can save time. So when we get here, we're looking for two factors that when we add, they're going to give us this positive 1. When we multiply, it gives us the 600, negative 600. So we're going to have x plus 25 times x minus 24. This is going to satisfy this quadratic equation right here. Now the trick where a lot of students get this wrong, right? Let's do some erasing. Let's go back. So let me show you where a lot of students get this wrong after finding out their factors. So after this step. So when we're talking about the slip and slide method, guys, after we find our factors, we need to write these same factors, right? X plus 25 and x minus 24. And we need to divide it by that same factor we multiplied by, which was the 2. So now I divide this factor by 2, this factor by 2. If for some reason I cannot divide and get a whole number, we take that denominator and put it in front of x. So my first factor is 2x plus 25, because we could not divide. And then my second factor is going to be x minus 12, because we were able to divide. Now that we have these answers, guys, we still haven't properly solved. So 2x plus 25 is equal to 0. 2x is going to be equal to negative 25. We should right here eliminate this answer, because if we're talking about the side lengths of a triangle, we know they can't be negative, right? So let's just cross this out. When we go to our second one, our second factor, x minus 12 is equal to 0, we're going to get x is equal to positive 12 once we solve. So the correct answer should be x is equal to 12. And what we're going to do is plug this in and see if we get the same exact area as they told us. All right, so let's do some erasing. So I know that x is equal to 12. So this is going to be 12, and this is going to be 25 on the bottom. So let's see. Area is equal to half the base, which is 25, times the height, which is 12. Right? Once I grab my calculator, I don't have my calculator. Let's go through it. So what we're gonna do is have area is equal to half, well, not half, I'm sorry guys. It's gonna equal to 6 times 25. And when we multiply 6 and 25, we are going to get 150 as a final answer. No, I did not put my units in there, guys, but you know that meters times meters, that will give us our meters squared. And with that, let's go on to our second problem of today. In the second part of this video, guys, we're now dealing with finding the value of x and trying to find the interior angles of a triangle. So this is an area. What we have to understand is that these three angles should equal 180 degrees when we solve. And with that, let's start figuring out how to solve. So we're going to create an equation. 4x plus 14 plus 6x minus 3 plus 5x plus 4. So we're adding all three of these sides, and all three of these sides should equal 180 degrees. All right, so now we go through, we clean this up. 4 plus 6 gives me 10, plus 5 gives me 15x. 14 minus 3 is 11. 11 plus 4 gives me 15. So now we have 15x plus 15 is equal to 180. After we start simplifying this equation by subtracting 15, combining it with its like term, we're going to get 15x is now equal to, let's see, that's 5. Hold on. Sorry, guys, I'm having a little blank real quick. So 180 minus 15, that should be 165. I don't know why this is taking me so long. Let's double check. All right, just wanted to make sure. So now at this last step, guys, we're going to divide by 15. And what we get is x is equal to 165 divided by 15, which is 11. Now, the biggest thing, guys, is after we get our answer, let's figure out each of these. So when we look at A, we have 4 times 11 plus 14. So we have 44 plus 14. So we know A is going to be equal to, let's see, 8. It's going to be equal to 58 degrees. So angle A, 58 degrees. Though we go to angle B, we have 5 times 4. It's not 4, I'm sorry, guys. 5 times 11 plus 4. So we know B is going to be 55 plus 4, which is going to give us 59 as an answer. That's correct. And then with the last angle, guys, what we could do, we could plug it in like we've done, or we could just take 180 and we could subtract 59 and 58 from it. And once we do that, our last angle is going to be 63 degrees. So when we're working with triangles, guys, the two most common problems you're going to see. Really hope this video was helpful for you guys. Smash the like button for us, subscribe to the channel, and leave comments for future videos you guys would like to see on our channel, or if you had questions from today's video. Thank you guys for joining us.